Sir, you flinch. One year hence.
Welcome to Finest Recap. In today's clip, we will revisit a fantasy film called The Green Knight, starring Dev Patel as Sir Gawain. It is a thrilling and epic retelling of the classic Arthurian legend, in which a knight embarks on a quest to find the Green Knight, who challenged him to a game of bravery and courage. The adventures and challenges of Sir Gawain, King Arthur's nephew and a knight at the Round Table, including his duel with the mysterious entity, are among the oldest and best known of Arthurian stories. The story begins on one Christmas morning. Gawain is awakened in a brothel by his lover, a common woman named Essel. Later, he returns to the king's court and attends a feast at the Round Table with his uncle, the king, who invites Gawain to sit at his right hand. Elsewhere, in a tower, Gawain's mother performs a magic rite that summons the mysterious Green Knight. As the Knights of the Round Table celebrate Christmas at King Arthur's court, the mysterious Green Knight appears and challenges them to a game of bravery. The Green Knight proposes that he and a knight of the court exchange blows with a giant axe, but with the understanding that the Green Knight will allow the knight to strike him first. The knight who accepts the challenge will have to seek out the Green Knight 1 year later and allow him to return the blow. Sir Gawain, a brave and chivalrous knight, agrees to take up the challenge. He strikes the Green Knight with the sword lent to him by the king, but to his surprise, the Green Knight stands up unharmed. The Green Knight then sets off on a journey, inviting Sir Gawain to find him at the Green Chapel on the following Christmas and complete the game. Gawain revels all year. The king reminds him to uphold his side of the challenge. Gawain departs on horseback for the Green Chapel. He takes the green axe and wears a green girdle given to him by his mother. She says that as long as he wears it, he shall suffer no harm. He sets out on a quest, facing a number of challenges and adventures along the way. On his journey, he crosses a battlefield littered with dead warriors, where he meets a scavenging boy. The boy directs Gawain to a stream that leads to the Green Chapel and asks for payment. Gawain flips him a single coin. Shortly afterwards, the boy and 2 others ambush Gawain and steal the axe, girdle and horse, leaving Gawain tied up. He crawls to his sword and uses it to cut the ropes binding his hands and then pursues them. At nightfall, Gawain arrives at an abandoned cottage and falls asleep in its bed. He is awakened by a young woman named Winifred, who asks him to retrieve something that she has lost from a nearby spring. He asks what he will receive in return, but his demand is rebuffed. He finds her skull and unites it with her skeletal remains, and the next morning finds the axe has been returned to him. Gawain befriends a fox, who accompanies him on his journey. Along the way, Gawain facing with ghosts, giants, thieves, and schemers in what becomes a perilous journey to define his character and prove his worthiness in the eyes of his family and kingdom, by confront the eponymous Green Knight, a gigantic emerald-skinned stranger and tester of men. In the story, the Green Knight is not portrayed as a monster, but rather as a formidable and superhuman opponent. It looks as a tree-like entity, which also depicts nature and paganism invading the dull sanctum of the Round Table and Arthur's kingdom. It is not clear what the true nature of that entity is, and his exact identity remains a mystery throughout the story. Later on, they reach a castle inhabited by a lord, who informs him that the Green Chapel is nearby, and Gawain accepts his invitation to stay. The lord's lady resembles Essel. She makes seductive overtures toward Gawain. The two men agree that the Lord will trade the prize from his hunt for whatever Gawain receives at the castle. The next morning, the lady presents Gawain with the green girdle, which she claims to have made herself. In exchange for it, Gawain accedes to her advances. Gawain flees and encounters the Lord in the forest, who gives him a kiss. The Lord reveals that he has captured Gawain's fox and releases it. Somehow, Gawain does not offer the girdle to the Lord in return. Furthermore, Gawain reaches a stream where a boat is waiting. The fox speaks to Gawain, imploring him to turn back. Gawain chases off the fox and takes the boat to the chapel, where the knight sits in hibernation. Gawain waits through the night, and the Green Knight awakens on Christmas morning. The Green Knight swings the axe, and Gawain flinches. The knight chides him. Gawain kneels for the blow again, but at the last moment, he scrambles away. He imagines fleeing back to the king's court and becoming king after his uncle's death. In Gawain's reverie, Essel bears his son, but Gawain abandons her, takes the child, and marries a noble woman instead. His son comes of age and dies in battle. Many years later, Gawain has become a reviled king. His castle is under siege, and his family abandons him. He removes the green girdle, in which he had won the entire time since re-obtaining it from the lady, and his head falls from his shoulders instantly. Back on the present moment, in the Green Chapel, Gawain kneels and removes the girdle and tells the knight that he is ready. The knight praises Gawain for his bravery, then drags his finger across Gawain's throat and smiles kindly, causing no harm to Sir Gawain. The story of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight has been retold and adapted numerous times over the centuries, and it remains an enduring and popular tale to this day. The cast in this film managed to deliver this classic story to life in a breathtaking and epic way, and it is sure to captivate audiences with its beautiful cinematography and compelling performances.
Now, off with your head.
That's all for now. Thanks for watching, and be sure to hit the like and subscribe button for more upcoming content.